God, that song is so weird. All right, away we go. Let's get into it. So, David, what do you want to do? You tell me how you want to do this. Because I think the entire tunnel thing is the most overrated, overplayed thing on earth, and this is how it was always going to go. It's a masterclass in hypocrisy. You've got a U of M fanboy as the, prosecutor. The whole thing is silly. I told you from the start, Crump, throw him out of school, be done with it. The other kids, I'll tell you what I would do. Oh, they're on misdemeanors. We're going to let it play out. Great. I'd put them on the field. I'd throw it right in their face. So I think it's absurd. I think the whole thing is stupid. You see scuffles every week, brawls every week. Things happen. But the difference is other places don't clutch their pearls like the Golden Girls and make a spectacle of it. I find a great amount of irony in your basketball coach punches another man and you want me to minimize it. And then you get into a verbal and physical spat after a football game and you basically want players executed. So here, hopefully you can all touch your jollies that MSU players are on misdemeanor charges. Okay, great. And I think it's ridiculous they've missed this amount of time. I really do. But then again, it doesn't matter. Battle lines are drawn and away we go. You want to talk about it, David? You can. But I'd much rather talk about Lions-Bills because I told you the day after the event, I didn't care. Find who swung the helmet, throw him out of school. Everything else, move it forward. I think both sides were culpable. If you think it's going to trial, you're on crack. It's not.
Yeah, no.
Because then the following phrase happens. I want to remind you, Mr. Harbaugh, you're under oath. It's never happening.
Oh, no, that's never happened.
Never happened. So
yeah, no. I'm good totally. With this. I was done with it the day after we talked about it. I was good with it. So, whatever. I want people to be happy. That's what I want. It's Thanksgiving. Well, tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
They'll only be happy if MSU was thrown out of the Big Ten.
I don't know about that.
No,
Mike.
honestly, that's really what it comes down to. That's what this always boils down to. This was leveraged as a way to smear the program. That's it. So for some people, that's really it. David, it boils all the way back to when they didn't want us in the Big Ten. They didn't want MSU to have an Oakland campus. That's how Oakland University even started. That's all this is. It's a complete joke. And you have people in the legal realm openly who are supporters of U of M and fans of U of M and ticket holders of U of M playing a role in it. It's preposterous. Having the Ann Arbor police? Are you serious? Having the Ann Arbor police? Oh, yes. I'm sure they'll get to... Like, the funny part in all... Well, it's not funny. Let me take this back. The hilarious part is the school that wants to play the moral high ground in all of this is the same school that has a building named after Yost and has a building named after Schembechler and a statue. It's a school whose football team doctor molested players for 40 years. You got a basketball coach who can't keep his hands off people, and you want to play the moral authority. It's comedy. It's comedy to me. So good. There you go. You got 8 Spartans suspended. They missed the last 4 or 5 games of the year. Big win for you. Where does it go from here? Nowhere. That's where it goes. Crump doesn't play it down for Michigan State. He's gone. The other players go off to the NFL or Canada or a real-world job, and that's it. So there you go. So you can wring your hands, do whatever you want to do. I don't know, dry hump your Thanksgiving turkey tomorrow. I really don't care. But I don't know what the topic is. Or maybe you could just throw out some of the casual racism some of you pigs threw out the day after the event. Using that coded language you like to use. Hey, maybe throw a thug program reset out there for everybody. That's a good word to use in 2022. Because, honestly, that's really where it goes, right? So do whatever you want to do. Now, let's have a little casual racism on a Thursday, huh? It's pointless. So you could say, well, are you going to talk about... Here, consider it talked. I don't care. I told you I didn't care the Monday afterwards. I told you both parties were culpable at different levels. I told you I had no tolerance for the helmet getting swung. Everything else is far overblown. But one school wanted it that way. That's how Ward Manuel crawled out from his medically induced coma to speak for the first time, seemingly since the Ice Age. That's how they got up there and did the concern police. That, as a parent, I'm appalled. Are you? Really? Mike Morris choked Kenneth Walker on the field and there was less fanfare. That's as felonious an assault as it gets. He choked a player. So it doesn't matter. There's two different rules. Michigan are master manipulators. They're fantastic at what they do in playing the PR game. So you can fall victim to it or not. So yeah, the news broke 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. I don't know. I looked at David. I go, what do you want to do with it? I always thought Crump would get charged and should get charged. You cannot swing a football helmet. But everything else, nah. That's a nothing burger. It's a total nothing burger to me. But whatever. I'm a dirty Sparty. So go ahead. Kenny, if you're uncomfortable with it, I don't know what to tell you. This is real life. It's radio. People calling, saying mean things, put them through. I'll handle it. I don't care. I think the people that are wrapped up in this are boners. I think they're total morons. Like, if you're a fan 5 weeks after this took place and you're invested in this, you're a weirdo. Or something worse. And you can fill in the blank. David, do you have anything you want to add? How do you want to handle it?
I'm good.
I mean, I was asked about it in Crosstalk. I have no plans on talking about it, but here it is if you want it. Go ahead. Tell me where I'm off base. You're the Wolverine.
No, I'm
Tell
good.
me what response I should have that would satiate the people. Tell me.
There is no response you should have. I'm done. I've been done with it.
So do you think it's ridiculous the way I do?
That was ridiculous. Sure, there shouldn't be charges. I'm over it. I've been over it for weeks. Okay.
I agree.
I'm done.
No, David, we don't get to be done until 6.
No, I'm done with it. Isn't it? Okay, so the charges came out. There's nothing we can say. So
no, there is. No. Tell me it's not severe enough. Tell me they should all be up on felonies. Tell me they should all be executed. Let's just really get where we need to go.
No, there's nothing from it that says they need that. So no.
It's absurd. It's totally absurd. But again, there's just a way that this works. And by the way, for the Spartan fans who wondered, oh, Mel Tucker's not being elite. No, Mel was smarter than all of you. If Mel Tucker came out in the aftermath and played the Rambo card, it would have blown up in his face. Alan Haller's a former chief of police. Okay? You knew the way this was going to go from the minute Ward and Jim did their post-game drama routine. It was always going to go here. So, sometimes as a leader, you got to just eat bleep. And you got to take it. You can't go on the offensive. And I know Spartan fans don't want to hear that. Can't do it. So, this is where you are. Period. So good. Some of you got what you wanted. David and I agree with it. I just thought the whole thing was ridiculous from the start. But if you're still wrapped up in it, I don't know, man. You can explain it, I guess. Here, I don't care. You want to take a couple of calls? Let's do it. Let's rock and roll. I mean, we'll do it now because I want to get to Lions. It's far more important to me. We'll lead with Dan, who's up next. What's up, Danny?
Hey, good topic to lead off this hour. That's good. I want to know, Mike, how you feel Michigan's responsible.
Oh, for
football players
for escalating it. For escalating it, for going up that tunnel. For you know what, dude? Don't be shocked. Dan, did you ask me a question? Did you ask me a question? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Then let me answer.
I want to know, regardless what the players said in the hall. If that was the case everywhere, if speaking of words get you clobbered, then you just be unreasonable, Mike.
No.
I don't care what they said. It doesn't warrant being hit in the head with a helmet.
And I agree with you.
Just like you.
I agree with you.
Just like your fight song.
I agree with you.
Your fight
I agree with
song.
you. I agree with you.
Rah, rah,
I
rah.
agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. You're going to shut up now? I agree with you. You don't even know what you're arguing. I said from the start,
Yeah,
whoever
I'm
swung the
arguing
helmet.
that you
Shut
said-
up, Dan. Shut up. Shh. Shh. If you swing the helmet, you're gone. Were my very words then and my very words now. Why are you still bumping your gums, Dan? We agree. We agree. I agree with you. What I said then and what I said now are simple. If you think you have nothing to do with it, you're whistling by the graveyard. Words never equate to action. I agree with you again. And Michigan State has the biggest burden to bear. But the point is, you wanted that. You wanted it to happen. So don't be surprised when it does. And MSU's going to pay the price. I said it then. So what are we arguing? You don't like that I hold your school partially responsible. You just can't work your way beyond it. And I don't care. You are. From the rhetoric to the on-field stuff to the post-game where you were more concerned with us than going to celebrate, it is what it is, man. And is it ever right to swing a helmet? And I know, Dan, you have trouble processing, so let me help you. No, it's not. I said Crump should have been thrown off the team day one. Period. Never argued otherwise. So this is my point. If you're still in this, you've got other motives. You either got something with me, you either got something with Tuck, you either got something with the school. That's on you. Period. This could have been handled without police involvement very simply. But you never wanted it that way because you wanted it as a smear job. You saw an opportunity and you took it. It's easy. And that's what your school's good at. I mean, guys, I'll tell you what. You can have open phone lines. I'll do it all day. No one's absolving MSU. You're just choosing to hear what you want to hear. But I will not absolve you or your school. Absolutely not. And if you think that's 1% guilt or 10% or 20%, you do whatever you like. You played a role in it. And you'll never explain to me what planet you think you're on, skipping up that tunnel, woofing, jawing. You know what? Don't be shocked if something happens. Doesn't make it right, but that's real. Go to a bar and try it. See how that goes. Doesn't make it right, but don't be surprised when you're involved in a police report. It's amazing some of you can't find your way to that. But then again, it doesn't fit what you want. 248-539-9797. Get ahead of the game.